The department developed the first national travel and tourism strategy in 2012 and updated it in 2019, before travel, tourism, and hospitality businesses and workers were just devastated by the impacts of the pandemic. As the pandemic worsened, I joined the chair and ranking member of the full Commerce Committee, as well as ranking member Scott, in asking Secretary Raimondo to update the national strategy to address the impacts of the pandemic and help the travel and tourism industry flourish once again. I continued to push for a new national strategy when Ranking Member Wicker and I, joined again by Ranking Member Scott and several other members of this subcommittee, introducing the Omnibus Travel and Tourism Act, which passed the full committee in December. Our tour bus, as we like to call it, would, among many other things, require the Department of Commerce to regularly update its travel and tourism strategy and present it to Congress. So I thank Secretary Raimondo and the Tourism Policy Council for heeding our call and for developing an ambitious strategy to enhance travel and tourism in the United States. This new strategy specifically aims to, 1, promote the United States as a premier travel destination, including broadening marketing efforts to encourage visitation to underserved and underrepresented communities. Number 2, to facilitate safe and efficient travel to and within the United States and its territories. 3, to ensure diverse and accessible tourism experiences with a focus on showcasing the nation's federal lands and national parks and protecting them for future generations. And number 4, foster resilient and sustainable travel and tourism. Additionally, the strategy establishes an overarching goal by 2027 of increasing American jobs by attracting 90 million international visitors every year, who are estimated to spend about $279 billion annually. Tourism and international travel, well, they grow a country's national output of services. They increase our foreign currency earning. So they are a service export. This new strategy recognizes international travel as a top U.S. service export. When travelers from global markets visit U.S. destinations, they buy our goods and services, from staying in fabulous hotels on the Las Vegas Strip, eating at our amazing restaurants, attending conventions and trade shows like CES. They pay for tickets to see live entertainment. They rent cars, they ride tour buses, they spend times in cities and towns near our fantastic outdoor recreation spots, from Lake Tahoe to Great Basin National Park to Red Rock Canyon. This foreign demand means export income for the U.S. economy. By spending their money in America, international travelers improve the U.S. trade balance, just like overseas buyers of products shipped from a U.S. manufacturer. In 2019, before the COVID-19 pandemic, nearly 80 million international visitors came to the U.S. each year and contributed about $239 billion to the U.S. economy, making the U.S. the global leader in revenue from international travel and tourism. But of course, the travel and tourism industry was one of the hardest hit sectors impacted by the pandemic. From 2019 to 2020, travel exports decreased nearly 65%, and the decline in travel and tourism contributed heavily to unemployment, with leisure and hospitality jobs losing just over 8 million jobs between February and April of 2020. In fact, according to the Department of Commerce's National Travel and Tourism Office, the decline in travel and tourism to and within the United States accounted for 56% of the decline in U.S. gross domestic product. Thankfully, travel and tourism, well, it's beginning to recover. I'm happy to report that Harry Reid International Airport in Las Vegas has had the best capacity recovery from the pandemic from any airport worldwide, and seat capacity last month up 7% from 2019, which has been its best record. By following the national tourism and by following the new National Travel and Tourism Strategy, the federal government can continue to support this growth and help travel and tourism businesses in Nevada and the nation fully recover. Today, we will have 2 witness panels to review and assess the recently released strategy. Testifying on our first panel is Grant Harris, Assistant Secretary of Commerce for Industry and Analysis. In this role, Mr. Harris and his team help define the future of international trade, investment, and export promotion, including tourism promotion through the National Travel and Tourism Office. Sitting for the second witness panel, we have the Chair and Vice Chair of the U.S. Travel and Tourism Advisory Board, which serves as the advisory body to the Secretary of Commerce on matters relating to travel and tourism industry right here in the United States. The board advises the Secretary on government policies and programs that affect U.S. travel and tourism, offers counsel on current and emerging issues, and provides a forum for discussing and proposing solutions to industry-related problems. We are privileged to have testifying before us Board Chair Bill Hornbuckle and Vice Chair Brad Dean. Mr. Hornbuckle is Chairman and CEO of MGM Resorts International, and Mr. Dean is CEO of Discover Puerto Rico. I will introduce them both to the subcommittee when we begin panel 2. Thank you to all of our witnesses for being here today. I look forward to hearing each of you share your experiences and expertise with us, as well as reviewing the new national strategy.